And welcome to Raising the Standards. Jacoby with you with my partner, Bill Wolverton. Hello, Bill.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I am good, and we have got a fascinating show today.
How good?
We're going to talk to our very dear friend, Paula West, whom we've had on the show many times.
I recall.
My favorite vocalist in the world.
Yes.
Yeah, she is just lovely. And we're going to have a cautionary tale about social media from Janice Segel. I don't know if you know Janice. She was with the Manhattan Transfer.
Oh, okay.
And
I've heard of them.
I met her years ago in Los Gatos. Subsequently, chatted with her in New York. But we had the Manhattan Transfer jazz at the Plaza. Well, let's do a little Manhattan Transfer to get us in the mood. And then we'll talk to Janice with really a story that's going to scare you in your seat.
Operator, give me information. Give me long distance. Give me one, two, three. Oh, operator, information. Give me Jesus on the line. Oh, operator, information. I'd like to speak to a friend of mine.
With us on the line, an old friend, Janice Segel, a marvelous jazz singer, part of the Manhattan Transfer, a legendary force in our business, who I have not seen for a few years, and delighted to have an opportunity to chat with her. Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm good, Michael. How's the weather out there? It's 90 degrees today in New York City.
You're kidding. Oh, my.
No, it's just not right. Something is wrong.
Boy, if we're not happy with the weather, wait a couple of days. That is crazy.
Yeah, it's too much, because last week I was wearing my heaviest winter coat.
Yeah. Well, you know, I come back every year, and I'm teaching a course now. So normally I'm back there in May, which is lovely, but I'm going to probably be back early September. Yeah. I'm afraid.
Right. May is lovely. May is lovely. Yeah.
Yeah. But the way things are going, September it could be the tundra. God only knows. We'll see what happens. I wanted to give you a buzz. I read a post on Facebook that's about a situation that happened to you. And as we get into that, first of all, apologies to George Orwell, because apparently 1984 came 42 years late. Big Brother is watching.
he was right about everything.
Boy, indeed. Big Brother's not only watching, he's on social media. Tell us what happened.
Well, around the middle of March, I was asked to participate in and help coordinate a fantastic event for Women's History Month, along with a Singer College colleague, educator friend. And the event was going to focus specifically on women in jazz, and it was with the United Nations. The radio station I work for, and I have a radio show along with Leslie Harrison called Singers Unlimited on WBGO in New York. So WBGO, because of the loss of funding from the government, all of public radio, as they lost so much funding, the station is always looking for new collaborations, and the United Nations seemed to be a very logical, collaborative organization. We're both, dedicated to the music of America and democracy and freedom and everything like that. So I was thrilled to be involved.
A world organization dedicated to peace. What could possibly go wrong?
What could go wrong, right? So, I was really excited to be included, and I was sort of helping to coordinate the event. So, I went up to the United Nations, my very first time up there, and I had a wonderful Zoom there was a woman from the United Nations that was coordinating the event on their behalf, and it was going to be held at the United Nations in a beautiful lounge. So I said, I should probably go up there and look at the room and check the piano and the mics and all the details. So I went up and I had a great visit. Enthusiasm and positivity abounded for the event. And I was even invited back for a tour of the United Nations with my family. And, I talked to the sound person, and things were moving forward with everything. And there was going to be a performance, of course, which I was going to be involved in, and also a panel of speakers that was going to be moderated. And I thought, well, I really have a lot to say, because I've been in the music business since I'm 12 years old, and I've seen the attitude towards women radically change over the decades. So I was looking forward to all of it. A week before the gig, I came home from a gig at Birdland, and there was a phone call informing me that the security at the UN had deemed me a security risk because of too many red flags in my social media.
Now, you obviously were you're obviously on a list, but you were obviously on a list to go in to the United Nations.
I'd already been there, but this was preventing me from speaking. Yeah, well, this was preventing me from speaking and from participating. They deemed me a security risk. So I was floored. That was the furthest thing from my mind, because we had all talked about the idea that there was going to be no politics. It was all about the joy of jazz, the contribution of women to America's greatest art form, music as a unifying force in our fractured world. And I know all of us were longing to get away from politics for a minute, but no, the UN went and made it political with absolutely no reason. I mean, my social media, okay, yes. I mean, but it's not as bad as a lot that I see out there. I'm not, asking for people to be killed or dead or, sent to Mars, or I'm reposting Heather Cox Richardson, the historian, and I've been anti-Trump since the very beginning, because I grew up in New York, and we know about him. We know about his family. We know about his racist practices, his family's racist practices. And I've been saying, hey, don't vote for this guy. He's a snake oil salesman. Please, and so there's that. But it's nothing compared to some of the posts I see out there.
Oh,
so I've seen some horrific posts.
We have later today, both of our good friends, Paula West, will be on with, and Paula with her post. I'm surprised she can get a taxi.
Exactly right. Exactly.
She is no shrinking violet.
She's not a shrinking violet. No.
And she's recorded a tune that Irving Berlin wrote. I don't know if you've heard it.
She sent it to me.
Man is dead and gone.
She sent it to me. It's about Hitler.
It's about Hitler with a couple of changes that you won't require glasses to read between the lines.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was heartbreaking to me.
Oh, it's just heartbreaking, frightening, and angering, if that's a word.
Yes, exactly. But I had a different. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think this was obviously the United Nations received instructions from someone?
The other thing that's so frustrating is I don't know who they are. I was just told the security department of the UN has sent down this directive that you are not allowed to speak or sing or participate. But paradoxically, they said it was okay for me to come as a guest and even to continue to produce the event. And I said, no,
really?
Thanks. No, thanks. Yeah.
Well, did they actually use a specific number of flags?
Number of what?
Number of red flags? Did you say it was 8?
No. It was all very vague, and
okay.
And then I never heard anything back. And I didn't make any. Any reporter worth his or her salt would go in and find out exactly who it was. Obviously it's the Americans, I think. Yeah, that work at the UN that decide. And I said, what on God's green earth do they think I'm going to do? What are they afraid of? And apparently they were afraid I was going to lace into some rant in the middle of talking about women in jazz, which is ludicrous.
Now, you haven't had any trouble flying or anything, right?
No. But I haven't been flying.
But it's still early.
Really. But it's right. I haven't really been flying. I'll start flying in the summer, for some touring and stuff. But I look at it as a cautionary tale, and just to let my community know that this is happening, folks. This is happening. It's just fear-based behavior, and it was completely uncalled for, because that's not what the event was about at all. And you know what? It was a loss of innocence for me too, because I thought the UN was.
All of a sudden, you think it's you think it's Minneapolis, and it's right around the corner, and it's
yes.
It's happening, and
it's happening. It's here.
My first question would be, what would Jesus do? But I'm sure we'll find that out.
Oh yes, we will.
I need a doctor.
Oh my God, it's just so insane. The 25th Amendment needs to be invoked.
Yes. Well, yeah. I just an amazing story. I really appreciate you sharing that with us.
Honestly,
I don't care where you are politically if you're listening to this.
Yeah, it's just heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because, I look at it as a loss of innocence for me, because I thought the UN was dedicated to the same principles as jazz and America and free speech and inclusiveness and diversity and all the things that we love about jazz music, personal expression and all of that. And so the event went on. I wrote to everybody that was involved with to participate and said, this is what happens. I don't care what they tell you, but this is what happened. And they, my community, of course, said, should we pull out? What do you want us to do? And I said, no, do the thing, do the thing.
Now, that's an interesting question. Were they informed that you weren't going to be doing it?
Yes, but they didn't really know why. They didn't know the details. I mean, they probably, they just wanted to sweep it under the rug, I'm sure, you know.
Wow.
They just want to sweep it under the rug, but it was like a kick in the stomach for me.
Yeah. So are you no longer planning to open for Kid Rock and the Monster Truck deal at the Kennedy Center?
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to do it.
I've never been a fan of Kid Rock's music.
Well, sometimes you have to laugh to keep from crying.
I mean, it's so horrifying. The whole, it's like it's a light nightmare. It's a living nightmare, and it's causing so much stress. I see so much stress in my colleagues, you know, in my family, everyone. I hope psychiatrists are thriving.
No, therapy. That's what you ought to invest in.
Therapy, yeah. Everybody, I mean, it's just adding this extra layer of stress that nobody needs.
Well, I'll tell you what, I really appreciate it, and if it's all right with you, maybe next month or the month after, we'll get back together and talk about jazz as we should.
I would love to do that, because that's what I really am interested in.
That's what we do.
That's what we do, right.
Janice
Thank you,
Segel.
That's Janice Segel, and obviously I taped that call a couple of days ago, and
With a spooky story.
yeah, and as she says, it's a cautionary tale, and indeed it is. That was taped with us live on the phone right now. My dear friend of many, many years, Paula West. Hey, you, how are you?
Fine, how are you doing?
Good. Say hello to Bill.
Hello, Bill.
Hello, nice to talk to you.
So, I don't know, could you hear the end of that interview on hold?
Yeah, I was listening to
Well, what
immediately.
the part you didn't hear is she was saying, you know, I mean, I post some things on Facebook, but you know, they're not, really hardcore, and she said, you know, and I got on this list, and we were talking about that you'd sent her our weekend liner notes when that man is dead and gone, and I said, wow, with Paula's Facebook post, you wonder how she could even get a taxi. She was, oh, yeah. She was great.
Actually, it totally helped. I kind of did my cleansing when Obama was president.
Right.
People that were, he wasn't perfect, but I thought he was a great man, great president, still a great person. And people would just say things that I didn't think were appropriate or weren't accurate, and I just let them go.
Yeah.
I didn't explain, I'm not in contact anymore, and I don't even, respond. So I got, a lot of that was taken care of years ago for me.
But Paula, let me ask you, because, her getting on this really weird list, you haven't any problems. My wife Mary said, it's a good thing that Jacoby is a radio name, because we might not get on an airplane again with the things you post. And I said, but you haven't any trouble flying or anything, have you?
No.
Well, that's good.
What I think you find out, who wants to really listen to you and why.
Yeah.
I think it draws more people. Because we're the majority anyway. It's a very vocal minority. Not too much difference in percentage if you want to go by polls. But I feel like it's attracted me, to more people are attracted by it.
But what scares me is many, many things, obviously, as all of us are frightened, is that social media is being monitored. And that's apparently what caught up with Janice, and it just is. It's boy. I mean, it is.
It's not going to take much for anybody to find out how I feel.
No.
It's out there.
That's
There's nothing I can do about it now.
right. As I say, and we're going to play "When That Man Is Dead and Gone" on liner notes at the end of our conversation. But as I say, you are not a shrinking violet, and I am.
This is no time to be a shrinking violet.
No, it is absolutely right
for anyone.
And you and I talked about this the other day. We talked about we were both great admirers of President Obama, but we've had our shots on the left after the news about Cesar Chavez come out. I mean, he was one of my heroes, and that broke my heart.
Well, that was what he did was horrible, and I'm glad Dolores finally came out and spoke her piece when she was ready to. Well, it's a sad thing, but look at Eric Swalwell. It's just,
absolutely, and people
it doesn't matter.
People are human on both sides. Yeah, indeed. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the Irving Berlin tune. Were you aware of this, or you just came across it? Because when I intro liner notes, we'll talk about that. But how did you find the song?
A friend, a very good friend, messaged me in Facebook, and I just saw the title, "When That Man Is Dead and Gone," and I thought it was about a scorned woman, because that's how we feel about things when things end sometimes. So I started listening, and I go, what the heck? It sounds like it could have been written yesterday. And I knew it wasn't because it was Mildred Bailey recording that I heard first. And so, and then they finally get to the reference of the man with the small mustache, Satan with the small mustache. Then you knew it was about Hitler, and that it was written in 1941, in the spring. So that was prior to Pearl Harbor, before the United States got involved.
And it was essentially, well, obviously it was Irving Berlin, but it was essentially a protest song against hate. And you yourself you've done several concerts because we have a rich history in this country as well. We should, of protest music. Can you tell me a little bit about the sets you would do in those concerts?
Oh, well, I would always do a couple of Dylan numbers, like The Times They Are Changing or Masters of War, something like that. There's a lot of 60s. I do For What It's Worth, Buffalo Springfield. And I put that back, particularly when all the things were going on in Minnesota. I can't think of them now. But yeah, I would do Mississippi Goddamn, Nina Simone. Mm-hmm. And that state's always good for saying that.
People
doesn't matter,
don't,
even though the song was written in the 60s and it's still going on,
People don't realize that Woody Guthrie's This Land Is Your Land was actually a protest song. It was a protest to the Kate Smith version of God Bless America.
Right. And someone had told me the other day, I'm not sure if it's, but they were pitching to have God Bless America be our national anthem. And the reason they didn't choose it is because of Irving Berlin being Jewish.
I've never heard that.
Someone told me that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, This Land Is Your Land, I would do that one. And I've been doing that lately because of everything going on with immigration. And it's my personal favorite. I would love to see This Land Is Your Land be the national anthem.
Well, now,
because
a lot of
people don't realize the history, the racism involved with the Star Spangled Banner.
Yes.
Oh, that's been put forth, hasn't it, to Congress? Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, what's been put forth?
To have our national anthem changed. Now, it didn't get any traction, but it was raised.
Yeah. Now, Bill, you're from a generation a little bit younger than me.
A little bit.
But protest music, Country Joe McDonald. You remember all those, and the anti-Vietnam Pete Seeger.
I was just slightly too late to really be involved with that. Yeah.
I unfortunately was too early. But, it's the only lottery I ever won. Paula, what? So anyway, you love this song. You made a couple of small edits, and then
I just said, I haven't recorded in years, and I said I got to do this song. I got to put this song out there.
And then
people need to hear it.
Yes, indeed. And you had, and how did you put together that session? You had called me, and you got the Honorable Willie Brown to introduce you on the video.
Yeah, he was. I didn't ask him. I was having lunch with him and some other people. They do this lunch every Saturday at John's Grill, and I happen to be invited. People go around saying what's up, and I go, I just heard this song, and I just spoke the words, and I said, I think we're gonna go into the studio because we're going in next week, and Willie goes, I will introduce you.
Oh,
and I go,
wonderful.
What? Really? Are you serious? Yeah.
And I will. The introduction is on this when we introduce it in a second. Before we do that, what do you got coming up? You got 3 or 4 gigs around town, don't you?
I'm going to be back at Keys on May 9th, and great club in North Beach. I will be the 16th at the Larkspur Theater, and the 17th on Sunday in Sonoma. And at the end of the month, I'll be back at the May House in Palo Alto.
Now, I haven't been there. Is that very cool?
It is. It's when I mean intimate, it only holds like 28 people.
Oh, really? Oh.
But you have, the food is magnificent. Because usually music and food are mutually exclusive. in my
it's like baseball.
My experience. This is great. Not just good. This is great food.
Really?
The owner is a wonderful Turkish man, and he's like a Renaissance man because he's got art that he did for the space and the whole thing. And he's really supportive of the music.
Well, that's wonderful. I was talking to Benny Burnack the other day, and he's doing a gig down. What's the place in is it Paso Robles? There's a new jazz club down there. Judy Wexler was telling me about that. And I can't remember.
Oh, I'm not aware of it.
Oh, Perry, you should check it out. I should check it out as well. It's called Libretto or something in Paso Robles, but we should check it out. Anyway, we're gonna go and we're gonna play your version with my little intro, and I want to thank you for taking time to chat, my dear.
Oh, thank you.
It's always good to hear from you, and it'll be particularly good to hear from you vocally coming up right now.
Keep fighting the fascism.
Take care, Paula. Oh, by the way, Paula, I'm assuming you're aware that May Day is the next No Kings.
Oh, yes, I am.
Yeah. Yes,
I am actually, yeah.
Do you think that's a little close? I know it needs to be done, but do you think that's a little close if you were doing it?
Well, they've been talking about that for a while.
Yeah, okay. I mean, because when was the last one? Was not long ago.
It wasn't long ago, no.
No, but keep
well, there's, you know what? We have to soldier on. We need to speak up when we can. We need to act upon things when we can now.
Yeah, indeed. Well, thank you for speaking up, and we will talk soon.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Could it be the Libretto Jazz Club you're thinking
Libretto.
of?
Yes.
Okay.
That's supposed to be very cool. So let me see. We're gonna do liner notes. All right. Today we a real treat as we pay tribute to this country's rich history of protest music with one of my favorite people, Paula West. From Woody Guthrie and Bob Dylan to Billie Holiday and Sam Cooke, protest music at its core reflects the conscience of a society. James Brown, I'm Black and I'm Proud. Country Joe McDonald, I'm Fixing to Die Rag. And Joan Baez's The Song of Bangladesh are all examples of freedom of speech put to music. In the late 30s, Irving Berlin penned a song protesting hate in the form of When That Man Is Dead and Gone. When that man is dead and gone. When that man is dead and gone, we'll go dancing down the street, kissing everyone we meet when that man is dead and gone. Paula took a moment to record a live version of the song with an intro by former Mayor Willie Brown. Apart from being my favorite jazz vocalist on the planet and a dear friend, Paula's a patriot who loves America and speaks her mind. She doesn't suffer fools, although to be fair, she has to put up with me for a long time, and that friendship in many ways I don't deserve. So here it is, the rendition of the Berlin classic. Spoiler alert, a couple of lyrics have been changed to point out the guilty. Trust me, you won't need glasses to read between the lines. Enjoy.
Your wait is about to be over. And when I say your wait's got to be over, I know you're here for one purpose and one purpose only. Just the kind of conduct and the attitude and the response that I have waited for patiently since the first day I ever heard this incredible voice. And to have her take something in the neighborhood of a song that may very well be almost my age and to make it a reality for today, that's what you're going to get. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Paula West.
Satan, Satan, thought up a plan, dressed as a man, walking the earth, and since he began, the world is hell for you and me. But what a heaven it will be when that man is dead and gone. When that man is dead and gone, we'll go dancing down the street, kissing everyone we meet. When that man is dead and gone, what a day to wake up on. What a way to greet the dawn. Happy, yes indeed, on that morning when we read that that man is dead and gone. That man is dead and gone. We've got a day to celebrate, the day we catch up with that one man spreading hate. His account is overdrawn, and his chances lie in pawn. Satan will take him by the hand, he'll join Epstein, ain't that grand, when that man is dead and gone. 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 When they lay him 12 feet deep, I'll be there to laugh, not weep. When that man is dead and gone. What a day to wake up on. What a way to greet the dawn. Some fine day the news will flash, Satan with a big orange ass is asleep beneath the lawn. When that man is dead and gone. What a day to wake up on. dawn when that certain man is dead and gone.
Paula West, when that man is dead and gone.
She sounded sincere.
It will be. She is such a sweet woman, and I just love her. And I've had her probably when I was running Jazz at the Plaza. I think she appeared there 6 times.
Wow.
We had her at Jazz at the Ranch at Rancho Cielo.
I recall.
She and I met in San Francisco a very long time ago, when I think I was between radio gigs. As a matter of fact, I was running a restaurant in the city, and Paula was a server at a restaurant in the city, and so it was interesting. And
I didn't know you did that.
I did. I've been off and on in the restaurant business for years, but
It's a hard business, I
from a
understand.
marketing standpoint, yeah.
Okay.
It's like if you have a big fortune, you want to make a little one.
Yeah.
Open a restaurant or buy a boat. One of those two.
For a helicopter, I've heard that about a lot of things.
That's true. Anyway, we thank her for that. And, you talk about historically, and as a matter of fact, not to keep dropping names, but when I was in New Orleans, my friend Bradford Marcellus was talking about, it all comes around. And it's not the first time we've seen this. And I said, well, it may be the first time we've seen it this bad. But he goes, yeah, but, it happens. And he talked about, and that's proof positive in protest music. Is to see that we've gone through all these this evolution of protest, and I got to get there and see that version of Paula's show. She is one of the. There are a few more now, but she was the first jazz artist that I believe did a lot of Dylan. And
Really?
She did a tribute to Bob Dylan. Did you saw her at Rancho?
I did.
Yeah, it's a very special lady. Anyway, that does it. What do you got going this week?
I'm going to go for a walk again. I enjoyed that.
I love a guy who's Dangerfield says, my doctor told me to walk 7 miles a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a week I was going 35 miles from home. No, I'm telling you. Anyway, that's the show. I hope you folks enjoyed it. Let's bring the A train in. Big thank you to Janice Segel and to Paula West for their kind taking time to chat with us. As always, this show has been for Mark, for Georgianne, and for you. Until next week, we once again raise the standards. I'm Jacoby. I'll see you soon.
Should take
a train. You get to where you're going in a hurry. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Now it's coming. Can't you hear the rails are humming? If you should miss the